Hiya, so we're going to have some fun with balance, do some balance practice. You just need some space to stand in, and we'll sit down in that space as well. So space to sit down, be on all fours probably, okay? I'm not with you, so use your own judgment. Yeah, if you've got niggles, if you've got injuries, don't do anything that's going to exacerbate them. If it's sore, just don't, okay? I'm going to know. If I can't be there literally holding your hand, but have some fun with it, okay? So use it or lose it with balance. So you're going to come and stand. Just as you stand on your two legs, give your shoulders a wee bit roll and get yourself quite steady in that space, okay? And now let's take a big deep breath in and breathe out. Perfect, okay. So we're going to start to shift some weight onto the right leg. And then we're going to pick the left knee up. And we're going to see where our balance is starting. Okay, you might already be falling, wobbling, you might have put that foot down already. It's fine. And then come back down, give it a little shake. Stand yourself back where you are again. And then we'll take the weight onto the opposite leg. We'll lift the other leg up. See where our balance is. You might find it's different on one side or the other. You might have popped your foot down, you might be grabbing for the wall, you might be back on 2 feet, having given up, but let's see where your balance is. Give it a wee shake, okay? So the thing with balance is I always think it's like, go as if you're trying to disturb things as little as possible, okay? So you really get that kind of time to just take it slowly into the next stage, okay? It's a little bit like if you're trying not to wake somebody up. So let's come back onto the first leg, okay? And then get steady, before you even taken that knee up, that foot off, get yourself steady, okay? And settle your breath. So if we find, what I find as well with balance is if we start to think we're going to fall, we do this, yeah? It's an inbuilt fear in us that it's part of our instinct as human, yeah? So when you feel, I'm going to fall, settle the breath. You're not, because you're just going to put that leg back down, okay? And then you can play with it. And you can see where you get to. You might get that foot lifted a bit and go, that's okay. And then you pick it up again. You might not get as far as this, okay? Balance is something I practice a lot. You might get here, your toe still on the floor and go, this is challenging to keep myself steady and calm as I do this. Let's just see where you go. And then bring it down and give it a wee shake. So let's do the same with the other leg. The aim is not to get your knee up and hold that for like 6 seconds. The aim is for you to balance and find steadiness and calmness and breath. And trust me, when you get that sense of, I'm here and this is okay, even though it's wobbling, my ankle's having a right wee wobble itself, but actually fairly steady. I feel okay with this. I feel quite calm with this. Yeah. And then you take it down. Okay. Now, if you are finding it challenging to get to the point where your foot's still on the floor, grab a wall. Okay. So our ego makes us think, if it's not this, I've not got balance. No. You're balanced here. You're on 2 legs and you've not fallen over. There's a level of balance. Yeah. So let's just kind of play with where it gets to. So do it one more time. Settle the breath. Bring it down. Give it a little shake out. And then do the same on the other side. Okay. Now, if you're watching this going, you make it look easy. I practice balance loads. Okay. It never used to be this easy. I love practicing balance. It's probably my favorite thing to do. Give it a little shake. Okay. So just doing that to one leg is going to start to improve your balance if you do that daily. Let's see where we go, okay? So pop your hands on your hips and then bring your foot to the inside of your ankle and get yourself feeling steady, okay? So we're essentially balancing on almost one leg there. Got a little kind of touch down with the other one. Now, we're going to bring that foot off the floor to the inside of the calf. Wobbles, I can feel the wobbles. Okay, now stay where you are. If you need to put that toe down, pop it down. come back and give it a go. And see if you can find the steadiness. Find a focus and look at something that's not going to move, which is definitely not me. I'll talk you through the rest. Okay, you can pop your foot down at any time, but come back in. See if you can plant your toes down on the standing leg. See if you can feel yourself lengthening up through your torso, yet the shoulders are settled and quiet. And if it feels doable, take your hands in front of you. Focus on your out breath. And if it feels doable, take your arms up above. Each time you change, when you move those arms, you'll feel the difference. You'll feel as you move, it becomes more a challenge. And remember, it's if you're trying to not wake somebody up. Go gentle, go quiet. And then take that down, give a wee shake out. That leg might know about it. My foot's like, oh, quite tense today. And then let's do the same on the other side. So come and bring your weight into that other leg. Heel into the inside of the ankle. Your foot's still on the floor, but we're taking most of the balance in that standing leg. And then let's see where that foot goes. It might go up into the inside of the calf. It might not. Just little changes at a time. You might get that foot way higher up. Might come up into a yoga tree pose. Higher up. Might not. Mine's down here today while I'm talking to you. And then bring your hands to heart center. Always breathe in. Remember, that minute you go like that, you're going to probably fall over. It's just totally on top of me doing that example. Settle. Breathe. Find the quiet. And then take your arms up. If it's not doable, don't do it. Yeah? Stay with where you are. If you reach for the other options when you're not ready, you just haven't built that foundation of balance. So go with easier ones, build on them, chunk on them, and then you bring it down, pop the foot back on the floor, and you give it a little shake out. Good stuff. Okay, so we'll do another one standing. You're going to take one foot in front of the other. It doesn't matter which one it is, okay? As if you're walking a tightrope. Slack line, I think the hipsters call it these days. One foot in front of the other, okay? Now, this might be enough for you. If this is already causing you, I can't control it, I can't see here, take your feet a little bit wider, but have them nearer, okay? So that already challenges our balance because it brings our center line in more, less out. So like if you had a table with legs like that, be wobbly, yeah? So one foot in front of the other and stay there. Now, you might find you've got weight more on one leg than the other. Can you find weight on both legs? So you're distributing your weight over both legs. We're not just asking one to do all the work. And here's where we see where we go. If you can, take the arms up. If they won't go there and it becomes too much for you, bring them down. And we wait. And if you're okay here, you can take a wee side bend. Okay. I always think this is one of these little sneaky ones. Looks like it should be easy. Pretty challenging. Come back to the center. And that point when you come back, go quiet. Bring the arms down. Go with the wobbles. Give it a shake. And then let's do the same on the other side. Okay. One in front of the other. You take it a little bit wider if you need to. And you wait and you find your balance. Okay. So you've got to find the balance to then challenge the balance, to then challenge the balance. So getting some steadiness before you go on to the next bit. And if you're okay there, my ankles are wobbling away. So it's not that it doesn't move. It's not that it's completely still. It's wobbling and it's moving, yet I can find the steadiness within it. I can stay calm. I can literally go with the wobbles. Okay. And then if you want to, you take a little bend to the side. Okay, you can possibly hear I'm not stringing the same sentence together because I'm needing to focus. Settle my breathing. Come back to the centre. Bring it down. Give the shoulders a roll, give the legs a wee shake. Brilliant. Okay, come on down and have a seat on your bottom. I'm going to move the camera. So come and have a sit down with your knees bent and your feet on the floor. Now, you need to make sure you've got room behind you. I've got the corner of a wall there. I know I can balance, but I would probably move away from that. So what I suggest you do is you check you can lie back and you've still got space behind you. There's nothing like a chair or the end of the bed or a table or anything there, okay? So that if, worst case scenario with this one, is you fall back, you're not going to hit your head, basically, okay? And then you're going to come and sit. You're going to take your hands behind your thighs. And then I want you to find a kind of steadiness where you are. So what I kind of think about is I take a wee scoop off my sitting bones and create a little basin for myself with my pelvis. Okay, I'm just going to take this hand out of the way so you can see. And then we're going to pick one knee up. We're going to take it back down. And then we're going to take the other knee up. And let's get a sense of where your balance is here. Doing your best to keep yourself still and steady. This might be a challenge, it might be a piece of cake. Okay, and then we start to play with it. Okay, pick one leg up here. What happens when I lift the other one up? Okay, remember, quiet and still. And then you take it back down. Now what you might have found is you went there and went, whoa, like that, yeah? So that part where you held your breath, and then we're going to do this. Breathe. Trust me, the breathing, the slowness is going to help you find your balance there, okay? And then feet back down. So if you're finding a chance to get both feet up, I want you to really stay with this. Keep the shape of your torso, yeah? So when we do this, we're going to wobble. The weight of our head wants to take us back that way. So a little tuck in, and we find the balance. Let's do that another couple of times, and we can then play with it if you found your balance here. Okay, so the playing with it, let's stay in this next one. The playing with it is where we start to add in more movement, which is going to challenge the balance. Take one hand away. Take the other hand away. Okay, stop at any point or come back down if your balance is challenged enough. Take both hands away, okay? And then we start to move the arms. Remember, keep quiet. Keep that shape as still as possible while you move your arms. You might take one up. You might take the other one up. You might want to move them all about, right? I'm wobbling on my hips, I'm wobbling on my pelvis, but I'm still managing to find the balance. And if you've not already, hands behind. Take a little, fold over your legs or straighten your legs out and give them a little sugar. Okay? Right, I've got one more. Come onto all fours. Okay? So coming onto all fours, hands underneath shoulders, knees underneath your hips. And then we're going to take one foot behind us, one leg behind us. So take out, your foot still on the ground. You just literally lengthened that leg. Then you're going to walk the other one out, okay? Now you've still got balance here. Probably got less balance than when your hand was here. So just notice that. And then we're going to see where we go from here. So we're going to use our breath to lift and bring it down. Now that might be a piece of cake for you. You might be struggling. You might want to try arm. You might want to try leg. You might want to do none of that and just do one leg, okay? So find your place. It really doesn't matter where it is. It's how you get there. If you're here, you might want to play with adding a wee bit of movement in. Now I always think with balance, it's focusing on what stays still, okay? come back down, give your hips a wee shake out. So when we're in balance, if we focus on the moving parts, we forget what's keeping us stable and what's keeping us still. So if we take the leg out and walking the hand out, even if you didn't on the other side, it's worth doing it here. We do tend to have one side that balances easier than the other. And then first one or two, yes, focus on the moving parts just to know where they are, but now start to focus on staying still. So keep your hand nice and landed on the ground. Can you keep yourself stable with the shin, with the foot? And if you can stay with the balance, stay there. You might well want to move it, but you're actually focusing on what's staying still here. I'm focusing loads on that arm that's not going anywhere and the leg that's not going anywhere, and doing my best to keep them steady while the rest moves around it. And then bring it down. So I think there's probably quite a, and then have a wee move about. There's probably quite a metaphor in there. Staying steady while everything else just moves around you. Take what you will from that. Okay, so let yourself do a few cat-cows. Let yourself have a bit of a move. Come up to your knees, give your shoulders a wee roll, give all a wee shake out, and then come up and stand. I'll just get myself back on here. So you can practice it with me, pop that video on, or you can practice one of them, one suit your fancy more than the other. Yeah? But generally, if you daily spend some time on one leg, getting steady with it, maybe challenging it if it becomes easy, it will make a massive difference. Physically, mentally, emotionally, and remembering that's practicing your balance if that's what you need. Okay, there's no right or wrong. It's going find your foundation, find the base moves. So have fun with balance, and then you can start to have fun with stability balls. Let's not go there. I could get messy and I could just end up throwing myself about the floor. Have some fun. All right, take care.